シングルバウト30分一本勝負を行います。赤コーナー200パウンド柿原正人。青コーナー205パウンド田村清。レフリー和田良学。
Welcome to tonight's fight between Masahito Kakihara fighting in the blue trunks and Koshi Tamura fighting in the red trunks. Two of the younger wrestlers on our first card today on this match, which I hope you're all going to enjoy. Real professional wrestling, submission wrestling mixed with the martial arts. These fellas can kick, knee, punch, slap, and wrestle for real. We hope you enjoy this match. Two of our younger fellas, a lot of speed, a lot of ability. You'll see what this sport is all about tonight.
And the wrestling is very different from wrestling that any kind of wrestling you might have seen in the past. If you compare it to like amateur wrestling or things, it's much different because you're not trying to go for a pin or to score points in this. The basic thing you're trying to do is actually apply a submission hold, which is a dangerous move which goes against your joint, which can like snap your joint at any time. And you're vulnerable in virtually any position. Generally in like an amateur wrestling or something, when you're on your back, you're at the disadvantage and the guy on top of you has the advantage, but not necessarily in this sport because there's so many thousands of different kind of submission holds that you can get on from any angle.
What they'll generally try to do is go after something like, you see Tamura here putting pressure on the arm. He's trying to extend the arm to put pressure on the elbow. Whether he succeeds, I don't think he will right now.
And just like you see, Tamura was on his back. In amateur wrestling, he'd be at the disadvantage, but he was applying the submission hold. So Tamura was at advantage. Okay. Now, Kakihara fighting out of the red corner wearing the blue trunks. If you notice, he's not trying to go to the ground. It's generally Tamura in the red trunks who's, there he goes again, he's trying to get him on the ground. Kakihara obviously feels a little bit more confident with his punching and kicking ability, whereas Tamura feels more comfortable bringing the fight down on the ground. He doesn't like that, the kicks and the punches.
Tamura more of the pure wrestler, Kakihara one of those. He can wrestle, but he does like to do the kicking and the punching.
Yes, he must have, Kakihara must have like the quickest punches I've ever seen, quickest punches and kicks I've ever seen in the business.
Boys are rather equal. They weigh about the same, they're the same age, built very similarly.
Okay, right now Tamura is trying to go for a face lock. If you can pull that head up, it's kind of hard to see, but with a face lock, what he's trying to do is the bony part of his wrist, he's trying to stick it in his cheek and pull it up with the leverage, and I think he's going to have to escape now. And he loses a point for escaping to the ropes.
He loses a point, but he continues the fight. What happens when you put a submission hold like that on? I guess the guy must be in tremendous pain. He'd have to give up the way out as he goes to the ropes. Now, ropes, that means ropes is a sanctuary. It means you escape to fight again, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What Tamura has to do right now is he has to go in. He has to go in and bring him down to the floor. Yeah, that's what he has to do. And when he's trying to apply these submission holds, he can't be close to the rope. Like right now, he's very close to the rope. He has a devastating submission hold on. But I think Kakihara will manage to be able to get the ropes. What Tamura has to do is he has to do those moves in the middle of the ring. Right now, he went for a straight leg bar, which was hurting actually the knee. But then he gave up. He saw that wasn't working. And Tamura was going for the ankle and a reversed Achilles tendon hold.
So it's very important how they're positioned. And when you take a guy down with a hold, you don't want to be in the middle of the ring. Or if you've got the hold you want to be, he wants to be near the rope so he can grab it and escape.
Kakihara trying to go for leg scissors to take him down. And there Tamura goes again with that leg cross lock. And it's perfect. He's not in the middle of the ring. The submission hold has been applied. The referee's doing the shoot sign.
What does that shoot sign mean?
Well, if you notice the referee, Wadayogaku, he made the sign of a gun with his left hand, which has the red wristband. Now, Kakihara's fighting out of the red corner, which means that he's in danger. But actually now he had the double shoot sign on, you notice. And Kakihara went for Tamura's ankle, and Tamura had to escape.
It looks to me as if Kakihara is the better kicker and puncher,
Yeah,
and Tamura in red is the better wrestler.
Obviously, Tamura is trying to get inside and grab him. Kakihara, you notice he keeps on stepping back. He's scared of getting caught. He wants to be in the standing position. He doesn't want to be fighting on the ground. And Tamura is trying to get inside, but like if it was an amateur wrestling, he could do like a single leg dive on a Kakihara and take him down easy. In this sport, since you can knee, as soon as he goes for a single leg dive, you know, Kakihara could just throw a knee to the face, and that could mean the end of the fight. Definitely Tamura is a dominant wrestler on the ground.
Tonight's fight is from Korakuen Hall in Tokyo. We have a capacity crowd of about 2,300 people here. Also, if you'll notice in the front of to the top part of the screen, you're going to see some sumo wrestlers. Sumo wrestlers are traditional Japanese wrestlers who fight for real. They come to see these fights because they appreciate the fact that this is real wrestling, not the kind of stuff that a lot of people have become associated with. Now there it is. You see, you can punch to the body.
Well, you were just talking about the sumo wrestlers. It's funny, the way of life for the sumo is very similar to the way of the life of the wrestler. The way.
How is that?
Well, you got to understand the Japanese system. When some young guy comes in, he has to work his way up to the top. That means he has to do everything in the gym. He has to do the washing, the cleaning, the laundry.
All right, what the crowd was yelling, Tamura had a chokehold and Kakihara obviously was putting tremendous pressure on the windpipe. The audience, there it is, there's that hold, putting tremendous pressure. Not only is he putting pressure on the windpipe, he's pushing the head down, putting pressure on the back of the neck. The crowd is yelling, Kakihara, Kakihara. They want him to reach the ropes, they want him to escape so he can get up and fight again. They don't want to see the match to end yet. Tamura throwing some real good kicks, but Kakihara...
That's slipping off. Kakihara's in trouble. There's one hit. Kakihara goes for the spinning back kick, but...
These boys are really going at each other right now. Slapping, kicking, punching with everything they've got.
Oh, he gets a good knee and a knee to the head. Oh! Actually, more than a knee to the head, I think that first knee to the midsection that Tamura did to Kakihara was more devastating.
That took a lot of wind out of him, and then he caught him to the head with the knee. That is perfectly legal in this kind of wrestling where you can do anything. Now let's watch those moves. There's that knee to the ribs you talked about, Ted.
That's it. And right now, Tamura should not be trying to fight him standing up. Right now, Kakihara's hurt, he should just rush in, drag him to the ground. That's what he does. There's a fireman's carry, and he's going for the arm crosslock.
They're running out of steam a little bit. Remember, these are our young boys. These are our preliminary wrestlers. They've been training for a long time, but I see that stamina is starting to go down.
You notice they're in the middle of the ring now. If Tamura can manage to break Kakihara's grip and straighten out that armbar, I don't care how strong a man is, it's not strength. It's all leverage. Once he catches him in that crosslock, it's all over, but I think Kakihara's managed to get out of it.
All right, and looks like he's going for that.
He's going for the ankle.
For the ankle.
And
Tamura was able to get a few slaps and kicks in and break out of the hold. He kicked him when he was down.
When a fighter is down and he has both hands and feet on the ground, you're allowed to kick anywhere to the body except for the head. But as soon as even one hand comes up and he's ready to protect himself, you can kick anywhere.
Okay, the doctor's looking at him, but Kakihara's not about to be stopped. He throws that towel right back at the doc and says, "I'm fine," and goes out swinging. Whoa, and he has some power on this. Now remember, when he's swinging, he's not just slapping. He's using his...
He's using the palm of his hand, which can be just as powerful as a punch.
And Tamura's got him out there in the middle of the ring.
And they're down in the wrestling position again, and I think Tamura wants to keep it that way. He doesn't want to be getting back up again. But Kakihara's going for an ankle lock right now. He's working on the Achilles tendon. I think he's going to go for the cross lock again.
This fight's been going on for almost 12, 13 minutes now.
Yeah, Tamura's going for that cross lock again.
He's trying to pull that arm off. Kakihara is holding on desperately because if he pulls that arm out, it could be all over.
Kakihara's going for a headlock.
Now, I noticed how good this referee is because these submission holds, they're real dangerous, aren't they?
Oh, I mean, one misconception that many people are under, like that one right there, it's not that wrestlers are strong. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're strong, but it's not strength that they're applying those submission holds with. It's all leverage, so I don't care how big or strong the man is. Once you get in a submission hold, and the submission hold is complete, there's no way you can escape. The only way you can escape is by going to the ropes or just giving up, and that'll be the end of the match.
Give him a lever and he can move the world. And Tamura's trying to do it.
He's got him in the corner now, which is a bad place. It's no place to back up. Some good knees to the head, but he gets a good palm hit to the stomach. Tamura shook up right now. He should be clinching him and taking him down. But he's going toe-to-toe with him. Kakihara tries with a spinning back kick but misses.
They're out of gas, but they're going at each other with a lot of heart. Oh, what a good jumping back kick. What was that kick?
That was just a spinning back kick. He hit him with the back of his leg.
And Tamura is in a lot of pain. Let's see if he can get up. Yes, he is. He's giving the sign. The hands are up. He's ready to go. The referee is going to call these boys together again.
Here it is again. Tamura should not stand toe-to-toe with him, trying to beat him with punches or kicks. He should bring him down. I think Tamura knows that, and he goes for a front neck chancery drop. Now he got him in the ground position. He'll probably try to go for either a headlock or an armbar.
In wrestling, a lot of the guys are using this kind of time to take a breather, but these boys are not. They're looking to get an arm or a leg or a hold on with which they'll get their opponent to submit.
Well, right now at this moment, Tamura in the red trunks is trying to go after Kakihara and get him in some sort of headlock. And he manages to do it, but they're too close to the ropes again. And Kakihara in the blue trunks loses a point for escaping.
And the crowd applauds Kakihara again because he's showing a lot of heart. He's not giving up. He's escaping, but he's not escaping. He's just stopping the action so he can come back in and fight again. Tamura seems to be hurt, holding his stomach and ribs. I didn't see what happened.
It was that throw.
The throw?
Somehow he must have hurt himself during the throw. They're both pretty tired now. Okay, now there Tamura in the red trunks. There's the Achilles tendon hold.
And there's the thing which a lot of people are not used to. Kakihara runs, he loses a point, he grabs the ropes, but they applaud because they know he wants the fight to continue. Remember, ropes are the sanctuary here. Crowd applauds, and that's good.
Now I believe that Tamura is leading this fight by about 2 or 3 points. Their kicks are kind of running out of steam right now. You noticed in the beginning of the fight they had really devastating kicks.
Both boys throwing kicks at each other, but the kicks don't have much on them anymore because they're a little bit too tired. Kakihara is trying to get in there and put a hold on Tamura. He's trying to out-wrestle the wrestler.
Now Takada, the blue trunks, he's got the Achilles tendon hold on him.
And that's a dangerous hold. We all know about the Achilles heel of the Warriors. This is the same in our ring.
Tamura's trying to reverse it. Oh, and he takes him in the back of the leg with his shin, and there's another Achilles tendon hold.
He's not giving up. Yes, Kakihara's giving up.
They're in the middle of the ring. He couldn't escape to the ropes.
He's yelling out in pain, but he can't get out. And that's it. That's the end of it. Koshi Tamura, the winner with an Achilles tendon hold.
Nakano 205パウンド Miato Yuko 215パウンド安城洋二 コーナー215パウンド中野初220パウンド山崎和レフリー和田良学
And here's the second match in our card, a tag team. Yuko Miato and Yoji Anjo going up against Tatsuo Nakano and Kazuo Yamazaki. Yamazaki's team out of the blue corner and Miyato's team out of the red corner.
It looks like it's going to be Nakano and Miato to go at it first.
Now this is a tag team. The rules are slightly different from the first match, Ted.
Okay, usually in a single match, both fighters start with 15 points. And when they're attacked, and the other guy applies a good move or a knockdown on him, he gets points subtracted. In the tag team, both teams start with 21 points.
Okay. And how do you lose points? What are the various ways in which you lose
a point? If the other guy gets you into a suplex, which is a throw using a bridge, and it's a good throw, the referee will give his shoot sign, and that'll mean that 1 point is deducted. Now you get 3 points for knockdown. So like if somebody does a good suplex and you can't get up, you go down for the count. That would be 4 points. You know, 1 point for the suplex and 3 points for the down.
And of course, whenever they have to escape and grab the rope, which you see happen
You
often.
lose 1 point.
Okay. Right now on the right, you have Miato going up against Nakano, and he's throwing those low kicks to the thigh and actually to the back of the leg. He's trying to hit the sciatic nerve when he goes to the back of the leg. That's a very, very painful move, and the kicking aspect of this game is something that changes it from virtually any other sport you've ever known.
No doubt. Well, like in amateur wrestling, you'd be in a much closer range. When you start here, I mean, you can't go run and grapple a guy. I mean, this in a sense is kind of the way like a fight would start. Generally, a fight starts with a punch or a kick or a knee or an elbow. It ends up with grappling, and you usually end up on the ground, and this is the same thing here. You can't just go rush in and grab the guy because, you know, you'll run into a punch or a kick.
I noticed, remember you told me that watching some of the training, a lot of the wrestlers kind of go down low, they come in, and they get caught with a knee to the head, and that's the end of it.
Yep. And that's the reason why an amateur wrestler would have a lot of trouble fighting these people, these fighters, because they'd have trouble grasping it.
Nakano looking up, he's angry. Miato gave him a kick and gave him a disdainful, come on, get up, son.
Well, that really wasn't a kick. He's just trying to aggravate him right now at this point.
Now remember, you're seeing a lot of things happen, but in this fight, virtually anything goes. They can punch, knee, slap, wrestle, kick, and those kicks, let me tell you, there's something about this low kicks that a lot of people don't know that changes this business entirely. Right now, Miato tags out and brings in Yoji Anjo in the very colorful purple and yellow tights.
You notice Anjo went for a throw. He messed it up, but he managed to hold on to the guy's wrist, and he went for the arm lock.
Anjo is an accomplished all-around fighter. Great kicker, has a terrific knee, and also can wrestle. An all-around exciting fighter. Nakano more of your traditional wrestler. Anjo tags out again. Miato comes in.
Basically, a tag match is the same as a single match. I mean, it's, you know, one person fighting another person. So basically, it's like a single match, only that you have a chance that if you get hurt, you can tag in with your partner and you have time to recuperate.
Miato throwing a lot of slaps at Nakano, and believe me, those slaps hurt. He's using the palm, the heel of his hand.
The palm of his hand, the hardest part of his hand, and that, in many cases, is stronger than even a punch. And now he tags out.
Referee breaking it. Nakano not looking to tag out. He actually probably should be going over and bringing in Yamazaki because he's been fighting a long time while Miato and Anjo are changing, and they're fresh. He's not. He's starting to pay the price for that.
Now he gets, and then he hits him.
Catches him with an elbow to the back of the head.
Well, that wasn't an elbow. Elbows are illegal. That was a forearm,
right,
which is allowed. But that's a judgment call.
Yeah, where does your forearm end and your elbow begin? Depends who's doing the hitting. But coming in now is Kazuo Yamazaki. He's one of the senior members. He's been training. He's been fighting this type of style for a long time.
He's an excellent all-around fighter. I mean, he's a kickboxer. He's a submission wrestler. He knows all aspects of the game. And you notice he's not going in because he knows well that Anjo's an accomplished kicker. So he's very careful when he goes inside.
Anjo going inside, trying to throw him, but Yamazaki has the leverage. He got down. And
what he's trying to go for right now is he's trying to attack Anjo's elbow. He's trying to get him in the double wrist lock, pull it over his back. But he's that's why he's not in the middle of the ring. Now, you see, he's trying to pull him out to the middle of the ring so Anjo can't escape to the rope. And now Yamazaki has an Achilles tendon hold on him. And they're in the middle of the ring, which is bad for Anjo.
Putting a lot of pressure on that wrist. Now, you know, I myself, when you were explaining to me earlier about how vulnerable the ankle is, you know, you just step wrong sometimes or step off a curb and you have a twisted ankle.
I don't care if you're King Kong or Godzilla. Once you get an Achilles tendon hold or any of these submission joint moves on you, it's not strength, it's leverage. And okay, right now, Yamazaki tags out with Nakano.
They both tag out, and we got Yuko Miato coming in against Tatsuo Nakano. Miato starts the kicks. A high kick, a low kick.
Catches it. Nakano seems to feel much more comfortable with ground fighting, whereas Miato wants to go to hitting.
Well, Nakano looks like he's got a lot more weight than Miato does, and he can take advantage of it.
He has a good weight advantage, and now he's going for the double wrist lock.
Nakano coming into this fight at about 215 pounds, while Miato's only about 200 pounds.
And right now, Miato escaped to the rope, which means 1 point is deducted. And the team fighting out of the red corner just lost 1 point for that. He seems hurt. I think that's why he's tagging out with Anjo. Anjo is really good with his knees. He really knows how to use his knees. And I think Nakano knows that. That's why he's trying to grab his head. He doesn't want to be in kicking range. Oh, he gets a good knee. And he throws him on his neck.
Now, that's not the normal kind of a takeover. I mean, he actually tried to drive his head into the floor, didn't he?
Well, that's just a difference between, you know, real wrestling and what many people are used to seeing, the choreographed tumbling.
Right. When you throw a guy down, you don't mean to just throw him over, you mean to hurt him.
Yep, absolutely.
This is real professional
wrestling. And now Anjo's going for the chicken wing arm lock. Nakano's, Anjo's on the ground.
But in the better position, isn't he?
He's in the better position because he has his Nakano's wrist. But he broke it. Now Nakano's got him in a headlock. He's trying to pull his head up.
You hear the audience, they're quiet at some times, but then they really get into it. Oh, Nakano's trying to put all the strength on this one.
Bad position for Anjo. They're in the middle of the ring.
And Nakano tags out, and Kazuo Yamazaki moves in and tries to kick him real fast, but he did it while the referee was still in there. I'd say they might say he's a little bit aggressive at that point.
You know, when the adrenaline is flowing, is
hard to stop. They're back in. The referee got out of their way. They grabbed each other. By the way, I'd like to give a word about this referee, Awada. He is doing a superb job. He's on top of the action constantly.
You notice there's the shoot sign. He's got a double shoot sign, which means both guys, both Anjo and Yamazaki had an Achilles tendon hold on each other. And that's why first, you notice Anjo does it, now Yamazaki's doing it.
Right. And that hold, by the way, we just got word from the locker room that Masahito Kakihara snapped the tendon in his leg. If you remember, the fight ended when Tamura
Achilles tendon
put an Achilles tendon hold. We got word from the doctor that actually he snapped the tendon and he's been taken to the hospital. Now that shows you how dangerous these holds are. The referee is on top of it. He has to stop the action when he thinks it's going wrong, but on the other hand, you're waiting for the wrestler to give up. It's a very dangerous sport and a very dangerous thing, these submission holds.
Okay. Right now, Yamazaki and Nakano's team is leading by 2 points. Anjo and Miato's team just lost. Again, Yamazaki had him in an ankle lock, and he had to escape to the rope. I think Anjo might be a little bit tired of hurting. I think he should tag in sooner or later.
Nakano's team is leading 20-18. Anjo throwing a bunch of punches and kicks. Nakano weathers the storm. Thinking about hitting him in the back of the head with an elbow, but then the referee was watching. These boys are disciplined. They don't take the cheap shot. They are disciplined, thoroughly well-trained athletes. They don't take the cheap shot. They fight for real. They fight hard, but they fight honestly. Miato back in now against...
We were mentioning about how good Miato's low kicks are. Nakano's throwing some pretty devastating low kicks, but Miato's, look at those punches.
Oh, he's really hitting now.
Right in the face, the jaw. He caught him in the nose very hard, too. I mean, straight on with those jabs and straights, and he keeps on doing it. And
Nakano bleeding.
He's in a little trouble right now, but he's fighting back. He looks okay.
Yeah, the nose is bleeding, but it's not going to interfere with his vision. There shouldn't be any problem. There is a doctor at ringside who will examine these boys carefully.
some good shots.
They exchange
Nakano hits
each
him with
other.
a forearm.
Nakano throwing him with a suplex, a
German
beautiful suplex.
But the referee's calling that an elbow.
What happened there, Ted? Did you see that?
Yeah, they stopped the action for a minute. Wada said that Nakano hit him with an elbow, and he's saying, no, I hit him with a forearm.
There again, where does the forearm end and the elbow begin? It all depends who's throwing it, isn't it?
Nakano better get in and tag with Yamazaki.
He does.
He does it.
Okay, Yamazaki in now to face Miato. A little bit of a size advantage here for Yamazaki. He's bigger, he's taller, and he has the more. Oh, and he got in a few vicious kicks just then.
Actually, that high kick, he didn't connect to the head. Miato managed to block that, if you'll notice, with his arm. So he actually blocked that kick. He didn't manage to connect to the head. However, he's very hurt from that German suplex that Nakano did.
Still looks dazed, but he lost 3 points on that kick.
He's too weak. Even though he blocked it, the kick went through his hand.
Okay, what happened while we were watching the slow-mo is both fighters tagged out. Miato being hurt, they've gone back to their corners, and Nakano and Anjo going at each other again.
Anjo's trying to go for an ankle lock right now on Nakano. Oh, and he hits in the back of the head with an elbow.
Right, he got the elbow. Wada's coming in and warning him. Anjo's mad. Anjo didn't like that. He's upset. He's pointing to the elbow saying, hey, that doesn't go.
Referee Wada just took a point away from Yamazaki and Nakano's team.
All right, so they did deduct a point, but on the other hand, Anjo's still mad about it. Oh, and he throws an elbow.
Throwing elbows back.
Well, you know what it is. They get hot. They get excited. This is fought by rules, as you can see. But let's face it, when one fighter tags another guy with something he feels was unfair, these are fighters who have to live in the ring. He's telling Wada, yeah, well, if he's going to hit me with one, I'll hit him with one, so make him stop.
Oh, and he got a point taken off, too.
And so he's had a point deducted for him. Wada very much in control of this fight.
Nakano's team is leading by 5 points now.
There it is. Those are the illegal elbows.
Yeah.
Well, if you have any doubt about how hard they're trying, you saw it right there. They're out 100% to win this match, both of them. Yamazaki and Nakano leading by 19-14.
Now they got a double submission, and Nakano's going for the reversed Indian deathlock on Anjo, while Anjo's just trying to go for that Achilles tendon.
Got both shooting signs
Both
on.
shooting
The referee.
signs, they're both in trouble. And Anjo escapes.
Anjo's the one who has to give up the
I
point.
guess he had more of a dominant submission. There it is.
Anjo escapes, loses a point. Nakano tags out. Yamazaki in. Ooh. Yamazaki leading 19-13 over Anjo's team. Anjo got in a real good kick, but Yamazaki doesn't seem to be in any problems here. He's going for that arm extension.
Going for the cross lock.
No matter. What's that?
It's Gyakujuji Gatame.
That's the way the Japanese call this move.
Well, actually, that's short. I mean, it's more difficult. They call it the Udesuki Gyakujuji Gatame, but...
No, I'll stick with the cross arm bar.
Okay. Going for the cross lock.
And they got him back up again. As usual, when they start, it's punches. Oh, a beautiful kick. Yamazaki under the ropes. They stop the action.
He lost his balance. See, Anjo kind of threw him to the side.
So he didn't have a point deducted for that, right?
No, he didn't. Because when you naturally roll in the ropes, it's when you deliberately go to the ropes that you actually have a point deducted.
I see. He wasn't escaping, just got thrown in, so you don't lose a point. Miato coming in place of Anjo, Yamazaki and Miato exchanging strong kicks. And let me say something about those low kicks. Ted, you were telling me earlier about how hard those low kicks are, how much they hurt.
Well, it's like taking a wooden baseball bat and like taking a full swing at your legs. You know, like in elementary school when you were with your friends, like kneeing each other.
A series of kicks, and Yamazaki is hurt. You were telling me earlier that these guys kick harder than you can hit with a baseball bat.
Oh, yeah, they've actually tested it. They've had like a computer attached to like a punching bag, and they've actually measured like the difference between a baseball bat compared to this. And they actually hit harder than with a baseball bat. And
they're throwing those baseball bat-like kicks into their legs, wrists, elbows.
And those are the knees to the midsection.
All right. Oh, Yamazaki's in a lot of trouble right now. He's really hurt. Wada's calling a standing down.
And one thing you cannot do, while the count is going on, you may not tag out with your partner.
I see.
So he has to recover, manage to survive the 10 count, which he did. Now he should be going and tagging in with his partner.
He should tag in, but instead it's Miato who tags in and brings in Anjo. Throws a great left hook, a series of kicks into the head. Yamazaki is definitely out on his feet. He's not going down, but he's out. Look at his eyes. He doesn't know where he is. He's losing points.
They're losing points.
I think we're down. He's now down only 13
Anjo's
points.
team is making a comeback. They're leading by 4 points, and he's coming in. Yamazaki's dazed, and he's in a lot of trouble right now.
Anjo looking for the kill, and a tremendous knee to the midsection.
He was going
Anjo down again. Lose another 3 points for that. Anjo looking at the crowd. He's saying, I got him.
I don't think he's getting it. I think that's it.
That's it. No. Wada says he's had it. He can't raise for the 10 count. He raises Anjo's hands. The team of Anjo and Miato are the winners over Yamazaki and Nakano.
I feel I can beat Takada. I'm a stronger wrestler. American wrestling is stronger, and I'm here to prove to the Japanese people that I can beat your top wrestlers.
Final match on the card tonight. This is the big one. This is the one the crowds came for. Fighting out of the blue corner, the UWF International Heavyweight Champion Nobuhiko Takada up against a real tough American professional wrestler by the name of Tom Burton. Burton with the weight advantage. He's got about 30 pounds on Takada. But from what we've been hearing, Takada's got the kicks and the legs and the moves.
One serious problem Burton has is he's basically just a wrestler. That's the trouble with a lot of American fighters. They're either boxers, kickboxers, or wrestlers. You don't have many people like the people in the UWF International who know all aspects of fighting. So naturally what Burton's trying to do is he's trying to get Takada down on the floor. He doesn't want to be standing up because he's in trouble.
Right, so he'll keep him down because he's got the weight, he's got the strength. Takada, on the other hand, wants to get up because he can use all the other tools in the war chest that he has. Because he can kick, he can knee, he can punch, he can slap, he can forearm, all of those things that Burton will probably have trouble defending against.
But you know, just then,
what a kick to the leg.
And he feels that.
He's mad. Well, he's coming in angry about that one. But anger's not going to do a lot against skill, is it?
Oh, and he takes him down, knocks him off balance. And Burton's going for the cross lock.
But Takada doesn't seem to be in much fear. I don't know why. Burton's putting on the
Takada
push.
really, he doesn't seem like he's exactly escaping from the ground position either.
No, he's just moving himself over, getting on top of Burton.
Now,
Burton's getting a little red already.
Oh, he goes for the... Takada's going for the Achilles tendon hold.
Now Burton has a choice. He can either give up or he can go to the ropes to fight again.
He's in the middle of the ring. It might be difficult to roll over the ropes. That's why he's holding his arm. If Takada's left arm comes a little bit lower on the Achilles tendon, that would be it.
I see. And Burton decides to escape.
He got him in a heel hold.
All right, he grabs the ropes and immediately loses a point. And that puts Takada up by 15-14.
Takada leading with a point. See right there, Takada knew he couldn't get the Achilles tendon hold, so he went for the heel hold, but in that split second that he let go, Burton escaped right away to the rope.
Remember, ropes are a sanctuary. You go to the ropes, you escape to fight again, but you lose a point. Although really, Ted, and all the stuff that we've been hearing and talking to the wrestlers, they tell us fights rarely go the distance. Although they have a point system, generally they tend to wind up with a knockout or a give up.
Yeah, that's right.
Burton, as you see, wants to keep this fight on the ground. He wants to take advantage of his superior weight and probably strength advantage.
He's going for the chicken wing arm lock, but Takada manages to get out of that. Now he's trying to put one on him, and Burton escapes the rope.
Burton managed to run away, touches ropes for the second time, loses another point. That makes it 15-13. So you can't keep running away, but you do have to run away because one of those pressure holds are on. There's nothing else you can do.
Takada's doing well with Burton on the ground.
Yeah, he's not afraid of Burton on the ground either, holding his own even in wrestling. But here he's looking to go back to the kicks. Burton doesn't want that kind of a fight. That's the difference between these two.
He's going for the knees, but there's not much authority in those knees.
No, didn't bother Takada at all.
And he takes him back down. Now Burton's he's looking to grab something. He doesn't know exactly what to get, the arm or the leg yet. Now he's going for the ankle.
Trying to wrap it up and trying to put pressure on that left ankle.
Now he's probably trying to go for the head or something. Now he's going for the legs.
Takada seems pretty calm. UWF International Champion, not too much worried about what Burton's doing. Burton's putting a lot of strength in, but he doesn't seem to have the leverage that a lot of the other guys have, does he?
And one thing you also might notice, I feel that Takada looks much more limber and flexible than Burton.
Right. Burton's probably, like a lot of American wrestlers, been doing a lot of weights. They pump the weights to build up the strength of the arms and the upper body, but they become a bit more rigid. While the Japanese wrestlers, they don't do that, do they?
Well, they do weights, but they they spend hours in the gym with stretching, too. They're very flexible.
Well, he did get a hold on Takada. Takada had to escape. Tell us something about what happens in the gym. How do they prepare for this kind of fighting?
Well, it's very hard to get in the UWF International. The test is really extremely hard.
Right. They're back up again. Burton continually taking the fight to the floor. He wants this to be a wrestling match. He doesn't want any of the martial arts aspect of UWF International rules.
Takada has his head and arm. He has the advantage over Burton in this situation. He could go for a straight armbar right now. And Takada looks like he's trying to go. If he can put that arm under his leg, which he's trying to do right now, and if he can straighten it out, they were a little bit too close to the ropes, and Burton loses a point. They're down to 14-12 with Takada leading 2 points, and he's hurt.
That arm is hurting him, isn't it? Well, Burton was making a lot of talk when he came in earlier about how strong he was and how strong American wrestling was. Oh, Takada just caught him with a wonderful roundhouse kick to the right leg, and Burton is in tremendous pain. He loses 3 points for that knockdown.
He'll feel that for about 3 days.
He's up, though. He puts the hands up. He says, I'm ready to go. I'll take nothing away from Burton. He's a fighter. He's lived the most of his life in the ring. But he's never faced somebody with this kind of firepower. Oh, a kick to the head. Burton is definitely hurt. Throws Takada back to the floor because he has to stop. He has no way of defending against those kicks.
The trouble with that kick to the head was Takada kind of wasn't in good distance for that when he threw it. He kicked him more with his instep rather than his shin.
I see.
If you would have kicked with a shin, that might have been a knockout right there. I think he was a little bit too close in distance. He should have probably gone for a knee.
Well, Tom Burton came here telling us about what he would do to Takada, but right now it looks like the reverse is happening.
Brute strength isn't going to win matches alone in this sport.
Burton hurting and goes for the ropes again. Going to lose another point. He's only down to 8. Well, this could be one of the first matches we've seen in which a guy actually loses by points. It's just so many times you keep escaping before it's all over. But his right leg is definitely hurt, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's definitely having trouble
really
walking right now. He's a one-leg fighter, and that's not going to win fights.
Looks like Burton's running out a lot of gas.
Looks winded, huh? Takada, on the other hand, still looks very cool. He's not breathing hard or anything.
Actually, he doesn't really look like he even broke a sweat yet.
Burton, on the other hand, sweating profusely, red in the face from the exertion because he's trying to use all the strength. Takada, on the other hand, using leverage, goes for an arm extension.
Going for the crosslock.
But Burton gets up and around it. Well, take nothing away from Burton. He's got a lot of heart. He's got a leg that's probably killing him right now, but he's getting in there, getting up, and trying his best. But his kicks are useless. Look at that.
He's throwing kicks that have no meaning.
Oh, what a knockdown. Well, actually, it was a sweep, but they're ruling it a knockdown. Takada kicking him in the legs.
They're counting that as a knockdown. I'm surprised.
He's down to 5 points.
I think that was more of a result of a slip. His leg is really bothering him, but if...
The right leg is gone, as you can see right there. Takada just swept him, but they did rule it a knockdown.
And he lost 3 points.
Takada's throwing everything at him right now. What a kick to the head he just took. Takada's hitting him at will. He's slapping him, he's punching him.
And now Takada's applied a sleeper hold on Burton. He's wrapping his legs around his body to prevent him from rolling over and breaking the hold.
I think Burton wonders what's happening. He's probably sitting there thinking he's fighting an octopus. He's getting hit from so many angles.
Takada's going for the sleeper.
He's got a standing sleeper on him. Burton manages to throw him. There was the weight advantage. Burton trying to come in for a backdrop, and he does manage to pull it off.
Takada looks a little stunned.
A little stunned by that one. Burton's doing, what kind of a hold is he going for?
Well, he's going for a modified Boston Crab right now. It's a single leg crab. But actually, the way Burton really doesn't have much leverage in that. He should be trying to apply more of a submission on his ankle.
Takada looks hurt a little bit. But probably going to try to go to the ropes. Yes, he is. He's trying to get the ropes. He grabs the ropes. He'll lose a point for that, but he's way ahead on points. That's not the problem. The problem right now is for Burton to get over the pen on that right leg and to survive the barrage of stuff that Takada's throwing at him. The knees, the kicks, the punches.
The reason why Burton wasn't sitting down on him was he was probably trying to drag him out in the middle of the ring.
I see.
Right now he got him in a full Nelson and a clothesline, and Takada's down. He knocks him off balance.
Well, he did get a good clothesline in on him. Well, there's the advantage of the weight and strength that Burton has.
And Burton's trying to go for that Boston Crab again. And he almost has it on. He doesn't have his weight sitting on Takada perfectly.
But he forces Takada to go to the ropes again. Takada's lost a couple. 11-5 right now.
You see, with a submission hold, even if you're off like by a quarter of an inch, it's not good. You can't make a guy give up.
But Takada's gone to the striking way of the fight. A beautiful right hook to the head. He picks him up and slams him down with the weight of both of them, the way he came down.
Burton's in trouble. Burton's stunned. I think he's out of it right now. And he's in the middle of the ring. He can't escape to the ropes.
He's putting tremendous pressure on the back. Burton slams and says, I give up. Water breaks him up. And the UWF International Champion has won this match. Naoki Takada, the winner in the last match on the card.